Okay, welcome. Today is Tuesday, December 2nd. This is Jeff Wright with Fish Creek Capital. We're late in the day, but had some technical difficulties and um, had some good client calls as well. So, how do you be? How do you? How do you stay profitable in the stock market 70% of the time? Um, Stay with me and we'll talk about that in a second. Let's first go through the news for the day. I was going to share my screen and just show one um observation that I think it'll be good just to sit for you to see. So behind me, again, this is the volume profile work that I showed yesterday. And again, it is just showing the price and volume action of the S&P 500 futures in this case. And so those track, the futures track this and the S&P 500, so track the market. And so it's just an easy way to kind of see what's happening and what's going on. And this is Tuesday. You can see the mouse behind me. And so what I kind of wanted to show from a market news perspective today is this is back on Wednesday of last week. Thursday, the market was closed. You can see that here. Friday, we had a half a day, and then Monday, and then today, Tuesday. And look how we've just been chopping back and forth, basically. We are still above the 50-day moving average on the S&P and the NASDAQ. So I would take that as very positive as far as December goes. You know, we do want to hopefully get the Christmas rise into year end with the market, and that helps staying above the 50-day moving average on like a daily time frame. But since last Wednesday, we've really have just chopped sideways, a lot of back and forth. Not, a lot of headlines, a lot of news. Bitcoin was crashing yesterday. Today, Bitcoin has been, is back up and everything's okay. We're back over 92,000, I believe. Even now the futures are right below 92,000. So I think the point is don't get lost in the headlines. There's a lot of people that are trying to grab your attention with fear and worst case scenarios. So that leads us into how do you avoid that, and how can you actually stay profitable with the stock market. And one of the tools that I use is called Earnings Whisperer. It's a great tool. They go over earnings and a lot of market commentary. You can go to earningswhisperer.com and check that out if you're interested. But in his commentary this week, he brought up the statistic, and this is just a statistic. This is educational purposes only. Nothing's guaranteed, right? But if you would have bought stocks at any point over the last 20 years, you would have been profitable 70.2% of the time. If you would have held those stocks for 3 months, and you would have had an average gain of 2.3%. So that's how you stay profitable in the stock market. You ignore all the noise that you see behind me, and I'll stop sharing that and focus on your long-term plan. And in our case at Fish Creek Capital, we love dividends, dividend growing stocks, individual companies, because we're looking at these companies as owners of the business. So we're focusing on cash flow, strong management, low debt. And if companies are growing and increasing their dividend in the sense of how they're increasing their cash and returning it back to us as shareholders, that's what we want. That's what increases our cash flow for retirement. And that's what is a compounding machine until we need it for retirement. So how do you stay profitable in the stock market 70% of the time? You buy it and you focus on good companies, and you don't get caught up in the noise, and you have a solid plan. So if you're struggling with a solid plan, or even a simple plan with your equity positions and stock market plan, please reach out, fishcreekcapital.com. Click on Learn More. I would love to talk with you. You can also schedule a free consultation in the link below in the description. I would love to offer you that, and we can go over your current plan and see how it is, and hopefully either help you form a better plan, or I can just even confirm that you've got a good plan as it is. So I'd love to help you do that with the link below in the description. Please subscribe and like. Doing these videos live every day, unedited through the end of the year, just to try to get practice, try to give you good, helpful information about the markets, and focus on dividends and dividend growing companies. We'll see you tomorrow.